Also, like another thing, just touching on like just Baba right now, because we've been given like 7 days straight mourning days, right?
Yes.
And even just the incident that happened, like when people were trying to view the body,
In
is that
Kasarani.
something that you can touch on, or it's just too? Because I wasn't there. Wait, you went to the airport, right?
No. Oh yeah, I went to the airport.
You went to the with the officials,
JK,
I'm guessing, right?
At first, we were at the airport in the morning.
Yeah.
Things were very calm. There was nobody who was allowed to. There was no crowd that was allowed to get into the airport.
Yeah.
But immediately, the security was breached. I had to leave. The moment you're in a good suit there, somebody sees you.
Yeah. They might assume now, like, this is the enemy.
Nitolea kitu.
Exactly.
Toa kitu. And mimi ni comrade.
Yeah, true.
Toa kitu. In fact, they were there selling twigs. Walikuwa nanunua twigs for 500.
Yeah, I heard.
They stop you. They're like, hey, stop.
Twig.
500 twig.
Yeah. True.
You tell them I don't want the twig. They're telling you, no. For you to pass, buy this twig for 500. So you buy the tree twig for you to have it. So if I show up there in my suit, they'll tell me, Oluoch.
Yeah, you have to leave something. Yeah, you have to leave something.
So immediately I saw the chaos. I just decided to leave and let people mourn Baba the way they wanted.
But what do you think about like just even how the state dealt with the situation at Nib? Because why I'm bringing it up, it's because I've seen now it's been amplified like in international platforms like BBC, Al Jazeera, New York Times.
So many news about it. They have caught up on what really happened there.
Yeah.
But for me, I think the state was also deliberate. First of all, the state...
Was it necessary to do that? Because, and then again also, last time we mentioned like, when we talk about police and what they have to do, it might trigger people, but we still have to address something that's similar to what we were talking about on the previous episode. So, just how they handled it. And the outcome, like what do you think?
Of course, they became ungovernable at a certain point, especially in Kasarani. Yeah. Sometimes it is very hard for even the normal police officer to handle such a huge crowd.
Yeah.
And there were also fights. Most people don't understand. During those fracas, fights always break out.
Yeah.
Very intense fights. I've seen it so many times. And the moment people are fighting, even as a police officer, the moment you put yourself in between it, you are going to be hurt. So you see, the moment those chaos started erupting, that is when the police officers started, randomly shooting.
Yeah.
And sometimes they might try to fire in the air, maybe fire in different directions, but it must catch someone.
It will.
You see, like the person who caught fire was between the field.
Yeah.
Some are very between, but the police officers were very far away. Yeah. So you see something like that, you shoot in the air, but definitely it catches someone. So that was the problem. But my only problem is, why were they using live rounds at that moment?
True.
If they foresaw that...
I think rubber bullets would have been just
very,
like, okay. Yeah.
I see.
Somebody, because it's not fatal. You're not aiming for fatality. So
yes. They would have predicted that there might be something like a protest. So they should have had nothing like live ammunition.
I think they were just not prepared as well. So, because initially, wasn't it supposed to happen at Nyayo Stadium? How would that even have been possible?
See how hard it was.
So even for them to predict, I think they were just not ready, because if they moved to Nyayo, because they saw like, the crowd might be too big. Yeah. Kasarani was jam-packed already as well.
In fact, there were people who were not still allowed inside.
Oh, even after all those people were
immediately the VIP came in, the president came in. There were people who had to still stay outside.
And people were trying to get to VIP, first of all.
Exactly. People were trying to get to the VIP and they could not let it. That's the first time you're seeing 1,000 police officers in one place.
Yeah. 1,000. And then, with this climate, first of all, letting guns in VIP, you just not know what might happen. We honestly, because people say what they might do to someone online, so you don't want them.
Can I tell you, if the police officers did not prevent people from getting close to the coffin of Baba, you know what people do in Luo Nyanza? They take the coffin and they carry it. I've seen it before. There was a time we were trying to carry a certain coffin of our relative. Yeah. The people loved that person so much, they pushed us and they told us, give us the coffin.
And
we will walk with it. And they walked with the coffin through the entire town for almost the entire day. So, if
So
those
now
people-
you see,
if those people were given a chance to
they would
carry
do
that
that.
casket,
They would do it.
they would have walked with Baba's coffin through the entire Nairobi for the entire day.
And now you see that, okay, as much as, they would want to do that, the police can't allow that to happen because this is also like
Yeah,
a
it is
powerful, strong,
It is a presidential state funeral.
kind of, yes,
It has
exactly,
to be
exactly.
formal in a certain way. In as much as we must
State,
also respect.
state, first of all, when you put state in that statement, it means you can't just do it like,
there
the way
is
you want.
formal procedures for
Yes.
that. But that is what they were afraid of. I could see even the police officer sitting on the casket, trying to prevent these people from getting into that coffin. And
There's somebody who was holding the casket on top of it and recording. But I was like, how did he get there?
he was even close to the Major General of the Army. They
Jesus.
hugged even the Major General of the Army, the person for the CDF, and they were hugging the CDF. And
So if you think about it, like it had gotten to a point where there's nothing else to do but to use kind of like force to try and slow it down because now people are getting like, it was getting overboard.
no, yes, the force
Getting overboard.
the force definitely was necessary.
Yeah. So live bullets wasn't necessary, but I guess it's because they were not prepared for that.
Yes, they were
Because if I think they were ready for that, they would have definitely, carried rubber bullets. And that's why I've said, like, even at times, if you're a protester or you're part of the goons and everything, understand what some of these things come with. The same way I was saying last time. If you put yourself in a certain position, understand, even being at Kasarani was dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Because those stray bullets were not peeking, just, okay, we'll go to the... No, it would have been anyone. Thank God it wasn't anyone who was like a teenager or somebody went with a kid and then maybe a kid was like,
a very innocent person.
Yeah.
But also to anyone, it is still very sad that it
Yeah,
happened
of course.
to them.
Our condolences to anyone who lost a friend, family, relative in that nini. But just understand at times when you're in those positions, some of those things it might be your day. It might be your day. So just, be careful when you're going to such gatherings. Now, I know we've touched like on a lot, but I just wanted this episode to be like especially just focused on more of like the state of like, the death of Raila,
definitely.
Burial and everything and the conversation around it. So maybe after I air this, we can pick like on so many other different topics.
Yes.
So, and I also don't want it to be too long. I want it to be like just...
There's an interesting topics on bills.
No. We can